so-called friends let her down. And I was the one who took her in when that fool put her out. Yeah, a true friend indeed. You see, I was there when chips was going down.
You know I know.
But
What's up, y'all?
betrayed me.
We'll get started here in just a second.
Caught him with her coming in from out of town.
You what?
Tell me why. I wanna know
Why, baby?
oh,
I ought to get something over that.
now I put my
Make sure everything sounds good.
I can't believe he slept with her behind
Johnny
my
Live.
back. I went out
And
on a
this
limb. I even covered up to keep
is
it
Johnny
safe.
Live. I am Johnny Live. We'll get started here in just a second.
With something real that's so hard to come about.
Started here in just a second.
But it betrayed me.
How's everybody doing this evening? I hope y'all doing good.
That I found.
We got a very interesting topic to talk about this evening because a lot of us have been through this, and some of us been cheated on. In fact, some of us been cheated on more than a few times, so we can definitely relate to this. And we're gonna talk about things you can do to recognize that you've been cheated on. We're also going to talk about what should you do when you've been cheated on and how to overcome being cheated on. So very, very important topics. Maybe it'll help save your soul. So, with that being said, my name is Johnny, and this is Johnny Live. Yeah. All right, y'all, we're in the building. And I want everybody who's watching this, if you've been cheated on before, please send a black heart in the comments. And I'm going to ask for that a few times. If you've ever been cheated on, send a black heart. Now, if you've ever been the one who cheated, send a red heart. So I know which one you are. All right. So if you can hear the music in the background, it's Kelly Price, produced by R. Kelly and Ron Isley, called My Best Friend. And it's a song about her being cheated on by her man with her best friend. So I don't know if you guys ever been cheated on with someone close to you, like your best friend, but that's the worst pain. And I think I've been through both. I've been cheated on with like my best friend, my woman cheated on me with my best friend, and that's pain, y'all. I don't know if y'all ever been through that, but that will teach you a life lesson. Then, I don't know if you ever guys been married or things like that, but I've been cheated on at that level as well. So when I say I know cheating, I'm an expert. And I've done some cheating myself. So I'm not innocent at no means. I'm not innocent. So I'm just going to put that out there too. So I've been the cheater, and the cheatee on the receiving end. So in either cases, not a very good feeling at all. Something that you don't want to go through if you can all avoid it at all. But sometimes we can't avoid it. And some of us have a hard time even recognize when we're being cheated on. And I think that's why it's so easy for someone to cheat. I read a post today that talked about when someone break up with you, you should let it go and allow them to move on. And there's a lot of truth in that, because even though you guys may have had history, when you guys break up, history means nothing. All right, well, I'm saying when she's ready to leave or he's ready to leave, you can't base your future on history. All right. Yes, you guys might have had a good thing at one time. You guys really got along. You laughed, you vacationed, and things like that. But when it's time to separate and somebody falls out of love, you have to be ready to let that go. And sometimes some of us haven't gotten to that point where we're ready to let go. But let me tell y'all, in order to protect your heart, you have to be able to let go. They have a saying that it's better to be loved and broken up with than to be not loved at all. And that may have some truth in it. But again, you can't allow your history to lay path for your future. Think of that, because you have history, that you guys are going to have a future together. Okay. So you build memories, you building memories. But when those memories, when that person falls out of love, you have to let those memories be what they are, as memories. Allow that person to move on, because that's the easy way to get cheated on. When somebody's falling out of love with you, and you think that you're going to hold on to that person based on memories. Some people think that having kids is a way to hold on to somebody that you love. So a female might get pregnant thinking that that's going to make him stay in a relationship. And it may make him stay in a relationship, but that don't mean it's going to make him stay loyal. There's a lot of situations, and I've been through this myself, like having kids, then a man sometimes feel like he need to be there for his kids because he grew up with a dad, and he don't want the kid to grow up without a family. And honestly, in my opinion, that's probably one of the worst reasons to stay in a relationship that you're not happy to be in, is kids. It goes back and forth. Women do it, men do it, because they feel like having kids, a family, is going to keep everybody together. And that's not necessarily true. That's a bad reason to stay in a relationship. Trust me. I've been through it before. Nowadays, we're not really building what you quote unquote families. There's a lot of single people raising kids right now. A lot. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I do know that just because you have a family, that doesn't mean you guys should be together, because that sometimes can bring a lot of pain, a lot of hurt. So, and once again, if you like this video, you like what I'm talking about, make sure you share it, because you may help somebody else. You may help somebody else get through a situation in their life where they hurting. Because it's a lot of pain. Being in a relationship, breaking up with somebody, it's a lot of pain. And especially for guys. I'm not saying that females don't hurt too, but females have a way of dealing with it. I had a female tell me the other day, like, even when she broke up with somebody, like, she felt like she had to get herself back together for the kids, and she had to move on and now think about her. Like, and that kind of blew me away, because guys don't really think about it in manifest through it like that, to where, okay, this happened, now I need to do this and this and this, and then ultimately at the end of the day, I need to focus on me. Where guys might just still be like caught up in the moment, like, man, what did I do wrong? How can I get her back? You know what I'm saying? Does she still love me? What is she doing right now? You know, all the crazy shit builds up in our heads. Is she with another man? Did she leave me for another man? Is he bigger? All of those things we plan in our head. And I think that's why it's hard for a man to be cheated on, because we immediately start asking these questions. And a lot of guys can't handle being cheated on. I know me personally, I'm one. I couldn't handle being cheated on. You know, I had a girl, she wanted to work it out and see what we could do about it, but I couldn't handle it. I don't know if that makes me less of a man, but being cheated on hurts. Especially when there's sex involved. Especially when there's sex involved. You know, you don't want your woman being intimate with somebody else, screaming with somebody else, hugging up with somebody else, kissing somebody else, quite possibly. You don't want that. I didn't want that. I can't speak for all of y'all, but I know I couldn't handle it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I let the relationship go. Because at the end of the day, it's all about protecting yourself, protecting your heart. Because you only have you. That's you. You only have you. Sometimes we get in relationships and we feel like if we've been in a relationship long enough, like that person is almost like kin to us. Like there's no way that person gonna hurt me. There's no way that person gonna go outside a relationship. There's no way, because we've been in this too long. And that's just not true. People fall out of love all the time, every day. They fall out of love. The female told me, like, females mentally fall out of love first, and then their heart is out of it. So that kind of explains to me when they say that they fell out of love, that's what it means. Is like they mind went first. They mind went first, and then their heart went. With guys, I think it's just all at one time. It's like, wow, you know what, said I don't love you no more. Or I do love you, but I want to do other things with other people. Like guys may not ever really fall out of love. We might just be holding on because we can. To me, a guy can love multiple females at one time. I honestly believe that. And that might be controversial, but I honestly believe that guys can love multiple females at one time. That's possible. I've been there. I love two females equally, and I didn't want to let them go. I know in today's society, like a lot of females ain't with that. They just not with that. It's very true. A guy can love two females at one time. That's why you got a lot of dudes cheating. Side chicks, because they in love with two females, probably equally. Now, and a female loved two guys at one time. We had a whole podcast on that. If you haven't caught that podcast, go catch it. It gets deep. And two females love a dude at one time, not like a man can love two women. And I'll explain that. When a female loses feelings, when she fall out of love, she fall out of love with one person and transfer that love to another person. That's why I think when, like R. Kelly said, when a woman's fed up, hey, there's nothing you can do about it. And basically what he's saying is that once a woman falls out of love with somebody, ain't no coming back. When she fed up, nigga, ain't no coming back from that. She's not trying to be in that relationship no more. She's trying to move on to maybe somebody else. So that gives me a sign that I don't think a woman can love two men at one time. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my mouse real quick. I don't think a woman can love two men at one time. And that's just not an opinion. That's fact. Now, a woman can recognize that a guy, a woman can recognize that a guy can do several things for her. She can't recognize that a guy can do several things for her. Like, this guy can get my nails done. This guy can get my car fixed. So, like, a woman keeps guys around for those reasons. But as far as like, oh, I love you. No, I don't think a female can love a guy, two guys at once. But we're not going to go into that. You have to take a look at my podcast previously. And that kind of explains how I feel about that. We're going more in detail. What we're going to do right now is we're going to watch this video. And guys, pay attention. If you want to know if your female is cheating on you, this is a good video to watch. Because it goes over the signs and things like that to tell if your female is cheating. So I want you to take a look at this video, and then we'll come back and tap in with y'all. Once again, if you're on my live, make sure that you're sharing it. 1, make sure that you are subscribing to my channel if you're on YouTube. And also, make sure that you are commenting, because all of those things help out growing my podcast. All right, so I'll definitely appreciate it, and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this video. And then y'all
welcome, gentlemen, to another episode. Good to see you, but not really, because I'm guessing if you're watching this video, chances are you're already questioning the fidelity of your partner. Consider this video confirmation as to whether she is being faithful or she's actually cheating. Now, I'm going to be giving you things to look out for just before she cheats. Indeed, as the video is titled, when she's about to cheat, she does these. Welcome back. My name is Jessica, and this is my YouTube channel. The channel offers relationship advice to men. If this is the first time you're on the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I can assure you there's many more where this came from. This video is sponsored by Passion Air, and it's the best airline to use if you need to get to the various cities within the country quickly and affordably. They've got you covered. This particular episode is also sponsored by True Green Foods, a healthy alternative to some of the meals that we enjoy daily that may not be as healthy. Check them out. I'm sure they'll be happy to make delivery arrangements wherever you may be in the world. All right, so that being said, let's jump right into the reason why we are here today. Guys, I'm telling you, when she's about to cheat, she does these. Number 1, there are several unexplained times where she is unavailable. She's not able to give you tenable explanations as to where she was, why her phone was off, why she was inaccessible. It's always one excuse after the other that makes absolutely no sense. Let me tell you this. If you are dating a woman who is inaccessible, and especially when you realize a trend that at certain points in time you just cannot seem to get through to her no matter what, and it's always just some random excuses, then I'm sorry to tell you, there is someone who is definitely occupying her time whilst you are frantically trying to reach her and are not able to. She may see this video and deny it all she wants, but I'm telling you, bro, listen to me. She is about to cheat on you if she hasn't already started. Now, I tell this to guys all the time, and just people in general. When you care about someone, You make deliberate efforts at being available to them. I'm not saying you must be available to them 24/7, but I am saying that they take priority in your life, especially when other things are concerned. So yeah, maybe there are those random moments. Work stuff, you can't pick up your phone. Why can't you call me back? And does it so happen that your boss only needs you between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. every Wednesday when your phone is off? It makes no sense. And really, I don't think that you should fall for that lie. The biggest signs of a cheat is usually someone who has a pattern of unavailability over a period of time and is not able to give you tenable explanations why they are unavailable. Number 2, constantly mentioning this new person. Suddenly they've made a new friend. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to jump ahead of myself or get ahead of myself and assume that any time your woman mentions some new guy's name means that she's sleeping with him. This is not what I'm talking about. I am saying, however, that when this person's name continues to pop up, she's hanging out with this person all the time, they're doing stuff together. Not to say they cannot be friends or she cannot have friends. I am saying when they're hanging out so much so that the time that they spend together is beginning to interfere with your own relationship, and you have raised red flags or raised issue with the fact that you're not comfortable about this third person who is taking all her time, and yet she is not willing to let this person go, and arguments are constantly breaking out because of this third party. Trust me, if she hasn't already cheated with them, she will be cheating very, very soon. Why? Because you're the guy who's dating her, and she should be able to sacrifice not just her friends per se, but this individual who's becoming problematic and becoming an albatross around your necks. If she really sees you in her future, and if she really wants the relationship that you are in, listen, she will have to sacrifice that friendship. Let me emphasize, I am by no means saying that once you meet someone, you need to forget all your friends. I am not saying that. I am, however, saying that if your significant other or your partner or someone you're planning to live life's journey with is complaining about a particular person, you need to let go of that person. Not easily, but you must. You need to let go of that person to save your relationship. It's not going to be easy, but it is a must if you're going to be able to salvage the relationship and preserve it for posterity. And you see, if she's not willing to do that, it means that she does not value the relationship that you and her have. And that's why she's willing to continue to create problems by being with this person that you're uncomfortable with. That is a big sign that she's cheating. And it doesn't mean that she's jumping in bed with her. Remember, cheating is not just physical, it's emotional, it's mental as well. She could be gone and emotionally cheating with this guy because he has a nicer car or he does something better than you. But this is my thing. If she doesn't want you, why is she still in that relationship? Okay, let's not get too passionate today, shall we? Let's move on to number 3. Another major sign that your girl is just about to cheat is when you can't call her around certain people. There's one particular friend who is so superior that whenever she's with him, you can't call. She won't pick your calls, or she'll pick it and very rudely say, I'll call you back. She won't even wait to hear you say, oh, babe, I really need to see. I'll call you back. Cuts the line. How disrespectful. I mean, listen, it's not rocket science. Every single time she's with this guy, she does not answer your calls. She's been bold enough to even tell you, oh, I'm with X and I can't answer the phone at the moment. Listen, I get it. Maybe X is doing something really good for her. Let's just say it's innocent. And truly, at that moment, she's busy. She can't answer the phone. I would assume that sometime before she leaves this guy's presence, she will have the courtesy to call you back. But no, she'll wait till X has dropped her off and she's finally rid of him and at home and in bed, and then call you back. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. It's not the third time. This is something that keeps recurring. And some of these women are so bad at it that she'll even tell you, oh, you know, when I answer your call in X's presence, it makes him jealous. What? What? You're the boyfriend But when you call her, when the other guy is there, he gets jealous. What else are you waiting for? This tells you that, oh my God, she's shagging the guy. She's definitely cheating on you with him. Why is he jealous if he's a regular friend? And if you are calling her while she's with you? It makes no sense. Like, boom, mind blowing. And some of you are sitting there accepting such excuses. Don't do it, my brother. If you want peace of mind and you want growth, that relationship is not for you. Number 4, if she started using their personal items. Let me break this down. So there's this guy. Let's give him a name, shall we? Let's say Jack is this other guy who's causing problems in your relationship. And you guys have talked about it because Jack, she's known Jack for a while and Jack has been a friend. And, she knew Jack before you even came along and you started your relationships, but you've been raising all this hell about Jack because he's the bestie. And okay. And now she started using his personal items. So you go to visit her one time and she's wearing Jack's hoodie. You go visit her one time and Jack's car is parked in her yard. How did the car get here? Oh, Jack says I should test drive it. So he made me bring it home. Jack has no other friends who can test drive that car. No other friends who could test drive that car but her. No other friends to give a hoodie to but her. And you're happily sitting down accepting this hogwash of an excuse. Why does she have another man's personal items? It's different if she already had them before you came into the relationship. But really, unless of course it was, her birthday. And even that, I don't think he'll be taking off a sweaty hoodie and giving it to her for birthday purposes, right? He would want to buy a new one for her. But no, she's wearing his hoodie, maybe even his boxers, and you're sitting down hoping against hope that this woman's going to be faithful to you. She's already started cheating. And if it needs a video like this to let you know, then now you know. Go out there and be better. Dump her, because she is so not worth your time, your effort, your love, your money. Absolutely not. Find a woman who will respect you and give you the respect that you deserve. 5, she won't sacrifice their relationship for yours. For me, it's a no-brainer. I mean, if I were in that situation, to be honest, I'm not typically someone who would give ultimatums. But in some instances, and especially like this one, it is necessary. Unless, of course, this woman you're with or this girl you're with does not see you in her future, does not see your relationship going somewhere, is the only reason she will continue to entertain a person who's being a thorn in your flesh. Literally a thorn in your flesh over having a peaceful, loving relationship with you. She's not willing to sacrifice her friendship with this problematic guy and instead is willing to just make you hurt over and over and over again. To the extent that she's actually threatening to break up with you if you bring up the guy's name. From where I sit, that's the lowest of lows. It's the lowest of lows. I don't care how you see it or how you perceive this. I believe that when you get to such a point, you're literally at rock bottom. You have nothing there. Absolutely nothing. She's cheating on you, or she's about to cheat. And your role in her life means nothing. Number 6. Number 6 is deception. Yeah, deception. Now, of course, if she's about to cheat, deception will be top on the list. She will never tell you the truth about where she is, what she's doing, where she went, what time she's coming back. It's always one story after the other after the other. She's become the perfect storyteller, and she's just spinning yards and yards of fibs to confuse you. She's using deception so masterfully. She's throwing sand into your eyes and making you believe everything, hook, line, and sinker. Listen, if you feel that you're being lied to, I would say make time to really look into it. What's going on here? Why is she being unavailable? Why is she acting shady?
So those are definitely some questions that you ask yourself. If you get to that point where she's wearing his sweater, she already cheating, man. It's over. She wearing the clothes. She driving this car. She cheating already. So recognize the signs, y'all. And like you said, it's time to move on. You got to protect your heart. You got to be in it for yourself. Because only you are out to protect your heart. You know what I'm saying? One of the things you can do to get over being cheated on is go places. Get out. Don't just stay at home and mope over it. Because this is going to just weigh on you in such a bad way. Get out there. Start hanging with more friends. Start enjoying your life. And be around people. If you don't want to be around people, fine. You know, get out there and do something for yourself. But the worst thing you can do is sit at home and just mope about it and be sad about it. That's the biggest no-no. So, should you forgive that person for cheating on you? That's only something that you have to answer for yourself. I couldn't do it. But everybody's different. But with your decision, don't let your decision weigh on your past and what you guys had. It's all about what you guys are doing now. So always keep those things in mind. And you'll be okay. You'll survive it. You'll get through it. There'll be other look, what they say, it's like buses. People are like buses. When one leave, the next will come in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You may find somebody better. You may not find nobody better than that person, but you'll never find nobody better than you. So keep that in mind as well. And move on with your life. There's so much out there. So much out there. So, with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. My name is Johnny, and this is Johnny Live. Tomorrow, we got a special show with Pastor Glass, cut hair downtown Peoria. We're going to talk about black businesses. We're going to talk about what it is like to have a black business in Peoria, especially downtown Twin Towers. So, we're really going to get into a lot of it. And then being a pastor. What's it like being a pastor? I've always wanted to know that information. You always have to be on the up and up. Is it hard saving souls? So those are some things we're going to talk about some more. We're going to get into. And we also got a new organization that I'm in as well, and that he just joined. So we're going to talk about that too. So shout out to Kyle for putting everything together. And we're going to get out of here. Shout out to Titus Whitus. Shout out to R&J Studio. Shout out to James, his wife. And that's what it is. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tapping in. We out.